Ladies and gentlemen, success is not an accident, nor is it a matter of luck. It's a result of our actions, decisions, and habits. Today, I want to talk about something fundamental to all of us, something that plays a huge role in shaping our future's habits. Your success in any field will be determined by the habits you cultivate, the small daily actions that accumulate over time, creating massive results. Imagine a simple analogy: if you plant a tree today and water it every day, it won't grow into a mighty oak overnight. But over time, with consistent care, it will stand tall and strong. That's how success works. It doesn't happen in a day, a week, or even a month. It's the cumulative effect of daily actions, the habits you develop that determine whether you'll flourish or stagnate. Successful people never stop learning. They read, they study, they listen. Personal development is a continuous process. Whether it's reading books, attending seminars, or seeking mentorship, always strive to grow your mind. Your mind is the greatest asset you have, so invest in it. Time is our most valuable resource. It's the one thing we can never get back. Those who succeed are masters of time management. They know when to work, when to rest, and how to prioritize. You must have a system to manage your time, or your time will manage you. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Successful people set clear, actionable goals. They break them down into daily tasks, ensuring they make steady progress. Set specific, measurable, and achievable goals. Without them, you're just drifting through life. Success is built on consistent actions. You don't need to be extraordinary every day, but you must be consistent. Consistency is the key that unlocks progress. Show up every day and do the work, even on days when it's hard. Keep going. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It's easy to get distracted, to take shortcuts, to procrastinate. But true success requires self-control. Master your temptations, develop the discipline to do what needs to be done, even when it's not easy. Success is not just about achieving more, it's about appreciating what you already have. Cultivate the habit of gratitude. Every morning, take a moment to acknowledge what you're thankful for. Gratitude keeps you grounded and reminds you of the abundance in your life. Your mind is powerful. The thoughts you dwell on shape your reality. Successful people maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of challenges. They don't let setbacks define them. Train your mind to focus on possibilities, not problems. Your mindset will determine your altitude. Success is a result of taking full responsibility for your life. Don't blame others or external circumstances for where you are. Own your decisions, your actions, and your outcomes. The moment you take responsibility for your life, you take control of your destiny. The habit of personal development is the foundation for everything you will achieve in life. It is the deliberate and continuous effort to improve yourself, to learn, grow, and evolve. Let me tell you something important: you are your most valuable asset. If you don't invest in yourself, if you don't work on becoming a better version of who you are today, then you're leaving the future to chance. The truth is, your success will never exceed the level of your personal growth. When you decide to embrace personal development, you are saying, I am committed to becoming better than I was yesterday. You begin to invest in knowledge, in skills, and in wisdom that will not only improve your career, but also your life. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the seminars you attend, all of these are not just random activities. They are stepping stones toward your future success. Every hour spent developing your mind and your character is never wasted. It's a return on investment that will pay you back in ways you can't even imagine. Personal development is about taking control of your own education. It's about learning more than what your job requires, going beyond what your school taught you, and understanding that the world has so much to offer. Success doesn't come from knowing what you already know. It comes from expanding what you know and being open to the new. And it's not just about knowledge, it's about applied knowledge, taking what you've learned and putting it to work in real life. In fact, personal development is about developing yourself as a person. It's not just about accumulating facts or acquiring skills. It's about developing the kind of mindset that sees challenges as opportunities. It's about becoming the kind of person who, when faced with adversity, chooses to learn and grow rather than retreat. Personal development involves developing your ability to think clearly, act decisively, and persist through difficulty. It's important to understand that personal development is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. It's not something you finish, it's something you continue to do day in and day out. In fact, the most successful people in the world are the ones who never stop working on themselves. They understand that growth is a process that never ends. So if you want to build a life of success, start by committing to developing yourself. Read the books that challenge your thinking. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to become better. Seek out opportunities to grow, and most importantly, take action on what you learn. Because the truth is, you are your own limit. The better you become, the more opportunities, success, and fulfillment you'll attract into your life. Time is the one resource you can never get back. Once it's gone forever. This is why time management is so crucial to your success. You see, most people think they have all the time in the world, but in reality, the successful understand that time is not something to be taken for granted. It is the most valuable asset you have, and how you choose to use it will determine your life's outcome. Let me give you a simple truth: what you do with your time today will shape your tomorrow. Every action, every decision, every minute spent doing something, whether productive or wasteful, leads to a result. Successful people are the ones who take control of their time, who plan it, structure it, and use it wisely. They understand that time management is not just about filling your day with activities, it's about being intentional with your choices. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and eliminating what doesn't. You must begin with the understanding that you cannot manage time itself, but you can manage how you use it. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they will find time. Time is not something you find, it's something you create by making decisions about how to spend each moment. Every day you have a choice. Will you use your time to work on your goals, to develop yourself, or will you let distractions rob you of the most precious thing you have? Effective time management starts with planning. Successful people don't leave their days to chance, they plan ahead. They set clear intentions and map out their priorities. The simple act of making a list and creating a structure for your day can be a game changer. It's not enough to wake up in the morning and just go with the flow. If you do that, you'll end up wasting time, drifting from task to task without any real direction. But when you take the time to plan, to decide what's important and what can wait, you ensure that every hour spent contributes to your growth and success. And let's talk about priorities. Successful people understand that not everything deserves equal attention. What you focus on determines what you achieve. You must decide with clarity and purpose what tasks will move you toward your goals and which ones are simply distractions. Learning how to say no to things that don't align with your priorities is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Time is limited, and if you allow every small demand to steal your attention, you'll never accomplish anything significant. But managing your time isn't just about planning, it's also about executing. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't take consistent action, you're wasting time. Every hour counts, and the successful know that action is what turns plans into results. So when the time comes to act, do so with purpose and focus. Don't procrastinate, don't delay. You must develop the discipline to act when it's time to act and to stay focused on the task at hand. Finally, time management isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. Efficiency matters. Learn to leverage tools, delegate tasks when possible, and use your energy on what truly makes a difference. Don't waste time on things that aren't moving you forward. The more efficiently you manage your time, the more you can accomplish in less time, freeing up room for rest, reflection, and the enjoyment of life. Remember, success doesn't just come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently, day after day. Time management is the skill that will allow you to consistently move forward, to keep progressing toward your goals, and to ensure that your days are filled with meaningful, productive actions that create the life you want. The clock is ticking. Make every minute count. Setting goals is one of the most powerful habits you can adopt in your life. It's the practice that takes your dreams, your ambitions, and your vision and turns them into something tangible. Without goals, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting, hoping to reach somewhere, but never knowing exactly where that is or how to get there. But when you set goals, you're creating a roadmap for your future. Goals give you direction, they give you purpose, and they fuel your drive. Most people wander through life without clear goals. They go to work, pay their bills, and live their days in a routine, hoping things will somehow improve, but they never do. Why? Because they haven't set a clear course. Setting goals is about defining exactly what you want and why you want it. It's about knowing where you're going and what steps you need to take to get there. The successful are the ones who decide, this is where I'm going and this is how I'll get there. They don't leave things to chance, they create their own destiny. When you set goals, you're not just writing down a list of wishes or desires, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're declaring that you won't settle for less than what you know you're capable of. Goals have power because they demand that you make a plan, take action, and hold yourself accountable. Without goals, there's no measurement, no direction, and no standard for success. But when you set clear, specific goals, you've established a target. Every action you take, every decision you make, moves you closer to that target. One of the most important things to understand is that goals need to be specific. Vague goals lead to vague results. I want to be successful is not enough. That's too general. Success means different things to different people. Instead, say, I want to increase my income by 20% this year, or I want to finish writing a book by next summer. The more specific you are, the more powerful your goal becomes, because now you have something concrete to aim for. You can break it down, make a plan, and track your progress. But setting goals is not enough on its own. You must also set achievable goals. It's important to challenge yourself, but you must also be realistic about what you can accomplish. If you set a goal that's too far out of reach, it can become overwhelming and you may give up before you even begin. At the same time, goals should stretch you and require effort. The right goals should be just outside your comfort zone, enough to inspire you to grow, but not so far that it becomes discouraging. Then there's the critical aspect of timing. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. If you don't set a time frame for your goals, they'll never become a priority. Deadlines create urgency, they help you measure progress, and they force you to take action. Whether it's a short-term goal or a long-term goal, you must have a sense of urgency. When you set a deadline, it pushes you to start now, not later. It eliminates procrastination and forces you to be disciplined in your approach. As you set your goals, be sure to write them down. Writing your goals is a powerful act. It makes them real. It solidifies your commitment. And it serves as a constant reminder of what you're working toward. When you write your goals, you turn an abstract idea into something concrete. You create a visual reminder that you can revisit every day. The more you look at your goals, the more they stay at the forefront of your mind, and the more likely you are to take the actions necessary to achieve them. It's also essential to review your goals regularly. Don't just set them and forget them. Successful people make a habit of reviewing their goals frequently, assessing their progress, and adjusting their plans as needed. Life changes, circumstances change, and sometimes you may need to revise your goals. The key is to stay flexible and keep moving forward. Goals are not set in stone, they are part of the journey, and sometimes the path changes, but your ultimate direction should remain clear. Finally, remember that goals are not just about the destination, they are about who you become in the process. Achieving a goal is great, but the personal growth, the lessons learned, and the discipline you develop along the way are where the true value lies. The successful person is not defined by their goals alone, but by the character they build in the pursuit of those goals. So start today. Don't wait for the right time is now. Set your goals, make a plan, take consistent action, and review your progress. Every step you take brings you closer to the life you want to create. Your goals are your map, and your actions are the steps that will take you there. Consistency is the hidden ingredient that turns ambition into achievement. It's the key that unlocks the door to success. You see, most people get excited about a goal, they make a plan, and they start strong. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't in the initial burst of energy, it's in the ability to keep going day in and day out. Consistency is what separates the dreamers from the doers. The simple truth is this: success is the result of doing the right things over and over again. It's not about being great at something once, it's about being good at something consistently. The path to success is built on daily habits, small actions repeated over time. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, doing the work when no one is watching, and making progress even when you don't see immediate results. Let me share something important with you. It's easy to start strong. Anyone can get motivated for a day, a week, or even a month. But it's the person who shows up, does the work, and stays committed day after day who eventually reaps the rewards. Consistency is a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. The more you commit to showing up, the more natural it becomes, and the more progress you will make. Success is built on the compound effect, the small, consistent actions that, over time, lead to massive results. Here's the thing: when you do something consistently, it becomes part of who you are. It's no longer something you have to think about or force yourself to do. It becomes ingrained in your daily routine. That's the power of consistency. It turns good intentions into solid habits. And habits are what create your future. Every action you take, every decision you make compounds and moves you closer to your goals. One action repeated consistently creates momentum. Momentum is powerful because it keeps you moving forward, even on the days when you don't feel like moving at all. The challenge is that most people stop too soon. They do the work for a little while and then get discouraged when they don't see results right away. But greatness doesn't come overnight. It comes from consistently putting in the effort, even when the results aren't immediately visible. You have to trust that the small steps you take each day are leading you somewhere. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, it's about creating the momentum that will carry you through. In fact, consistency in the face of adversity is what sets the successful apart from the average person. When life gets tough, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, that's when you need consistency the most. It's easy to give up when things aren't going well, but the consistent person keeps showing up, keeps taking action, even when they don't feel like it. It's in those tough moments that you build the character and discipline that will carry you forward. Let me tell you another important truth. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Perfection is an illusion. Life is messy, and success isn't about doing everything flawlessly. It's about doing the right things over and over again. If you make a mistake, get back on track. If you have a setback, pick yourself up and keep moving forward. The successful person is the one who knows that every failure is just a lesson. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. The real magic happens when you commit to consistency for the long haul. When you dedicate yourself to doing the work, not for a week, not for a month, but for a year, for 5 years, for 10 years. Success doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen over time. And the longer you stay consistent, the more you'll see that success is inevitable. So remember, this success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Consistency is the fuel that powers the journey. Whether it's building a business, improving your health, or mastering a skill, the key is to keep showing up, keep taking action, and keep doing the work day after day. The more consistent you are, the more momentum you'll build, and the more unstoppable you will become. It's in those small, consistent actions that you will find the success you seek. Self-discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the quality that enables you to take consistent action, even when your emotions, distractions, or comfort zones try to pull you in the other direction. It's easy to talk about goals and dreams, but without the habit of self-discipline, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. Discipline is what turns them into reality. Now, let's get something clear. Self-discipline doesn't mean you don't enjoy life or have fun. It doesn't mean that you're constantly working without breaks or leisure. It simply means that you can delay immediate gratification for something more important. It means you can say no to the distractions, the temptations, the little pleasures that don't serve your long-term goals. It means you're willing to make the tough choices, to do what's necessary, even when you don't feel like it. Think about this. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They are simply the ones who stay disciplined long enough to see their dreams come to fruition. Self-discipline allows them to work through the hard days, to keep pushing when it's uncomfortable, and to stay focused even when the results don't show up right away. It's what keeps them on track when others fall off. The most difficult part of self-discipline is getting started, and most people quit before they even give themselves a real chance. But those who succeed understand the importance of the first step, the decision to begin. It's that moment when you choose action over procrastination, when you choose progress over comfort. And the great thing about self-discipline is that the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Like a muscle, discipline grows the more you use it. The first time you choose to stick with something, even when it's hard, it might feel like a struggle. But as you continue, you'll find that staying disciplined becomes easier. It becomes a part of who you are. Self-discipline is also about mastering your habits. The most disciplined people have developed routines that support their success. They don't have to rely on willpower every day because they built a system of habits that keep them on track. Success isn't about relying on motivation or bursts of energy. It's about creating positive habits that lead to steady, reliable progress. Habits are the backbone of self-discipline. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, planning your day, or setting clear priorities, discipline is about making the right choices repeatedly. The key to self-discipline is also understanding that it's about what you don't do as much as it's about what you do. It's about the ability to say no to the distractions, the easy way out, and the things that don't align with your goals. When you say no to the things that pull you away from your vision, you are affirming your commitment to your goals. Discipline is about saying yes to the right things and saying no to the wrong things. Here's another truth. Self-discipline is about taking responsibility for your life. It's about owning your choices, your actions, and your outcomes. Most people look for excuses. They blame others or external circumstances, but self-discipline is about taking control of your actions. When you are disciplined, you take full responsibility for your results. If something isn't working, you don't point fingers. You look at your own actions and adjust them. You ask yourself, what can I do today that will get me closer to where I want to be? Another important aspect of self-discipline is the ability to stay focused on long-term goals, even when short-term temptations arise. In today's world, distractions are everywhere: social media, entertainment, instant gratification. It's easy to get sidetracked and waste time on things that don't matter. But the disciplined person understands that success is the result of staying focused on the big picture. They have the ability to resist the urge to spend time on things that don't contribute to their goals. They understand that success isn't about feeling good in the moment, it's about doing what's necessary even when it's tough. The most powerful part of self-discipline is that it allows you to develop emotional control. Life is full of ups and downs, and your emotions can be a powerful force. But if you don't learn to manage them, they will dictate your actions. Self-discipline helps you stay calm, focused, and determined, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Whether you're tired, discouraged, or facing setbacks, you don't let your emotions control your actions. Instead, you stick to the plan. You do the work because you know that your emotions are temporary, but your actions will determine your future. Finally, self-discipline is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. You will never reach a point where you no longer need discipline. The most successful people are always refining their self-discipline, always pushing themselves to do more, to become better, to go further. But remember this, every time you make a disciplined choice, you are strengthening your character. Every time you follow through on your commitments, even when it's hard, you're building the foundation for greater success in the future. The journey of success is not a straight line. It's full of obstacles, distractions, and challenges. But with the habit of self-discipline, you'll have the strength to overcome them. Discipline is the power that will carry you through when motivation fades and obstacles appear. It's the key to turning your dreams into reality. The more disciplined you become, the more you will achieve, and the more unstoppable you will be. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It's the habit that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing in your life to what's already present. Gratitude changes your perspective and allows you to see the abundance around you instead of the scarcity. It shifts you from a mindset of lack to one of plenty, and that's where real growth begins. Most people get caught up in the pursuit of more money, more success, more things. They live in a constant state of wanting, believing that happiness and fulfillment lie just out of reach. But the truth is, you'll never feel truly fulfilled until you learn to appreciate what you have right now. Gratitude is about being thankful for the blessings you've already received, whether they're big or small. It's about recognizing the value in everything around you, the people, the opportunities, the experiences, and even the challenges that have helped you grow. The habit of gratitude doesn't just make you feel good, it also changes how you see the world. When you approach life with a heart full of gratitude, you attract more of what you appreciate. Gratitude is magnetic. When you focus on the positive, you begin to notice more positive things in your life. And the more you focus on what's good, the more good things will flow your way. It's like planting seeds of appreciation and watching them grow into abundance. But here's the catch: gratitude is a habit. And like any other habit, it requires intentional effort. It's easy to focus on the negatives, to get frustrated with what's not going right, to compare yourself to others. But when you make a habit of gratitude, you train your mind to seek out the good, to notice the blessings even in the midst of difficulty. Gratitude turns challenges into lessons, setbacks into opportunities, and obstacles into stepping stones. It gives you the resilience to keep going, even when things aren't perfect, because you know there's always something to be thankful for. The habit of gratitude also fosters a deeper connection with others. When you express gratitude, you acknowledge the value and contributions of the people in your life. Whether it's a colleague, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger, showing gratitude strengthens relationships and builds trust. People appreciate being recognized, and when you take the time to thank others, you create a bond of mutual respect and appreciation. Gratitude is the glue that holds relationships together. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is that it keeps you grounded. It's so easy to get caught up in the chase for more, to think that what you have right now isn't enough, or that success will somehow make you complete. But when you practice gratitude, you realize that happiness doesn't come from external circumstances, it comes from within. Gratitude reminds you that you are enough, right where you are with all that you have. It's about appreciating the present moment and recognizing that even in the midst of growth and ambition, you are already blessed. But gratitude is not just about acknowledging what's going well, it's about finding the lesson in every experience, even the difficult ones. Life isn't always smooth sailing, and there will be times when things don't go according to plan. But if you have the habit of gratitude, you'll find something to appreciate in every situation. Maybe it's the strength you've gained, the lessons you've learned, or the resilience you've developed. Gratitude turns every experience into a stepping stone for growth. Now, it's important to realize that gratitude isn't a one-time feeling, it's something you must actively cultivate each day. Start by keeping a gratitude journal where you write down a few things you're thankful for each day. It could be as simple as appreciating a kind gesture, a beautiful sunset, or a moment of peace. The act of writing down your gratitude forces you to slow down and focus on what's good, and over time, this practice becomes second nature. As you get better at it, you'll find that you begin to notice more things to be grateful for, and you'll carry that sense of appreciation with you throughout your day. Ultimately, gratitude is about perspective. It's about choosing to see the positive, even in a world that sometimes feels negative. It's about focusing on what you can control and appreciating what you have, rather than constantly striving for what you don't. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a mindset, a way of life. And when you embrace that mindset, you'll find that success, happiness, and fulfillment are not distant goals, they are present realities. When you choose gratitude, you choose to live a life of abundance. You choose to see opportunity instead of limitation, hope instead of despair, and joy instead of frustration. Gratitude opens the door to everything you desire. It transforms your life, your relationships, and your perspective. And the best part is, you can start today. The habit of gratitude is available to you right now. The question is, will you choose to practice it? Will you choose to be thankful for what you have and watch the world around you change? Because when you make gratitude a habit, you open yourself up to a life you never imagined possible. Positive thinking is more than just a feel-good attitude. It's the foundation upon which success is built. It's the lens through which you view the world, and most importantly, the lens through which you view yourself. The way you think determines the way you feel, and the way you feel determines the actions you take. If you're constantly thinking negatively, you'll be weighed down by doubt, fear, and self-limiting beliefs. But if you cultivate a habit of positive thinking, you create the mental environment needed to succeed. You see, the mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of negativity, doubt, fear, worry, they will grow into the weeds that stifle your potential. But when you plant seeds of positivity, hope, optimism, confidence, they will grow into strong, resilient thoughts that propel you forward. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring the challenges, obstacles, or difficulties in life. It's about choosing to focus on the solutions, the opportunities, and the lessons that come from those challenges. It's about keeping your eyes on the horizon, not on the roadblocks in front of you. Most people have a tendency to think about what they don't want rather than what they do want. They focus on the negative, whether it's fear of failure, the doubt in their abilities, or the setbacks they've experienced. But positive thinking is about shifting that focus. It's about choosing to think about what's possible rather than dwelling on what's not working. It's about visualizing the success you want and then taking steps toward it, even when the path seems unclear. Your thoughts shape your reality, and if you think positively, you'll begin to see the world through a lens of possibility and potential. The power of positive thinking comes not just from thinking happy thoughts, it comes from the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Life will test you. It will throw challenges at you, sometimes when you least expect it. But when you have trained your mind to think positively, you develop the resilience to face those challenges head on. You understand that challenges are not roadblocks, they are opportunities to grow. Positive thinking allows you to keep moving forward no matter how tough things get. It gives you the confidence to tackle each problem, not with fear, but with optimism and determination. Another key aspect of positive thinking is the impact it has on your actions. Positive thinking doesn't just feel good, it leads to action. When you believe that good things are possible, when you believe that success is within your reach, you are far more likely to take the steps necessary to make it happen. But if you let negative thoughts dominate your mind, you paralyze yourself with indecision and fear. Positive thinking breaks through that paralysis. It helps you take bold steps, even in the face of uncertainty. When you think positively, you trust yourself enough to take action, knowing that you have the ability to handle whatever comes next. However, positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect when it's not. It means choosing to believe in the best possible outcome while acknowledging the reality of the situation. It's about making the conscious decision to focus on what you can control rather than worrying about what you can't. The truth is, life is full of uncertainties, and you will face times when things don't go your way. But if you approach those times with a positive mindset, you'll have the strength to keep going, to adapt and to find solutions instead of getting stuck in despair. A key component of positive thinking is self-belief. You cannot think positively about the world without first thinking positively about yourself. If you don't believe in your own abilities, talents, and worth, no amount of positive thinking will help you succeed. It's important to develop a belief in your own potential. When you believe in yourself, you'll approach challenges with confidence, take risks without fear, and pursue opportunities with passion. Positive thinking starts with self-acceptance and self-confidence, knowing that you have what it takes to create the life you desire. Positive thinking also affects your relationships. When you approach life with a positive outlook, you naturally attract others who share that same energy. Positivity is magnetic, and people are drawn to those who exude confidence, optimism, and hope. Your positive attitude can inspire those around you, lifting them up when they're feeling down and encouraging them to keep moving forward. It creates a ripple effect. Your positive energy inspires others to adopt the same mindset, and together, you all become a force for good in the world. Furthermore, positive thinking is essential to maintaining long-term motivation. There will be days when things seem hard, when setbacks feel overwhelming, when progress feels slow. But positive thinking helps you keep your eyes on the bigger picture. It keeps you focused on your end goal, even when the road gets tough. Positive thinking reminds you that obstacles are temporary and that perseverance will lead you to success. It helps you stay motivated in the face of adversity and keeps you moving forward when quitting feels like the easiest option. The beauty of positive thinking is that it can be cultivated. It's not something you're born with, it's a habit you can develop. Like any other habit, positive thinking requires practice. The more you intentionally choose to focus on the good, the more natural it becomes. Start small. Catch yourself when negative thoughts arise and consciously shift your focus to something positive. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Fill your mind with positive books, podcasts, and content that reinforce a mindset of possibility. The more you expose yourself to positivity, the more it will become second nature. In the end, positive thinking is not about being perfect or constantly happy. It's about choosing to approach life with the belief that good things are possible, that you have the ability to create the life you want, and that you can overcome anything that comes your way. It's a mindset that empowers you to take action, to stay resilient, and to make the most of every opportunity. Positive thinking turns challenges into stepping stones and transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. So start today, choose to think positively, and watch as your world begins to change. Taking responsibility is the foundation of personal growth and success. It's the decision to stop blaming circumstances, other people, or the world around you, and instead take ownership of your actions, your decisions, and the outcomes in your life. When you take responsibility, you acknowledge that you have the power to shape your destiny. You understand that your life is the result of the choices you make. And by taking control of those choices, you can create the future you desire. Most people, when faced with challenges or setbacks, look for someone or something to blame. They point fingers at external factors, the economy, their upbringing, their boss, their friends, or even the weather. But the truth is, blaming others is a surefire way to remain stuck. When you blame, you give away your power. You surrender control over your life to someone else. But when you take responsibility, you empower yourself. You recognize that while you can't always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond to it. Taking responsibility is not about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or avoiding failure. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about taking ownership of your mistakes. It's about learning from them, growing through them, and using them as stepping stones to become better. When you take responsibility for your failures, you stop seeing them as defeats. Instead, you see them as opportunities to learn and improve. Failure is only permanent if you choose to avoid responsibility and stop trying. But when you take responsibility, you turn failure into a lesson. And that's how growth happens. The habit of taking responsibility also means not waiting for things to improve on their own. If you want a better life, a better job, better relationships, or better health, you can't wait for someone else to make it happen for you. You must take action. The key to success is realizing that it's up to you to create the changes you want. No one else can do it for you. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right conditions. You simply take the next step, knowing that each step brings you closer to your goals. One of the most powerful aspects of taking responsibility is the ability to control your attitude. Life is full of challenges and things don't always go as planned. But no matter what happens, you have the power to decide how you will respond. You can choose to react negatively, to complain, to feel sorry for yourself, or you can choose to take responsibility for your thoughts and emotions. Your attitude is within your control, and by taking responsibility for it, you decide to approach life with positivity, resilience, and a mindset of possibility. Taking responsibility also means taking full ownership of your success. It means recognizing that your success is not just the result of luck or chance. It's the result of the decisions you make every single day. Success is not given to you. It is earned through hard work, focus, discipline, and determination. When you take responsibility for your success, you understand that you are the one who has to put in the effort. You are the one who has to make the sacrifices. And you are the one who must take action day after day to achieve your goals. No one else is coming to save you. You are the author of your own success story. Taking responsibility also means owning your future. It's about making conscious decisions today that will shape the life you want tomorrow. Too many people live as if life is something that happens to them, as if they have no control over their circumstances. But when you take responsibility, you realize that you are in charge of your life. You decide how you show up, how you perform, and what you accomplish. Every decision you make today has a direct impact on your future, so taking responsibility for your choices is the key to creating a future that aligns with your desires. Another important aspect of taking responsibility is the ability to maintain integrity. When you take responsibility, you are accountable not just for your actions, but for your word. You do what you say you will do, and you own up to it if things don't go as planned. Integrity means doing what's right, even when it's difficult, even when no one is watching. When you live with integrity, you build trust with others, and you build trust within yourself. You can look in the mirror every day knowing that you are living in alignment with your values and that you are accountable for your choices. It's also crucial to understand that taking responsibility is not about being hard on yourself. It's not about beating yourself up when things go wrong. It's about being honest with yourself, acknowledging when things aren't going as planned, and then deciding to make a change. Taking responsibility is about empowerment, not self-punishment. It's about learning, growing, and improving, and knowing that you are always in control of your next move. When you own your mistakes, you free yourself from the burden of guilt and shame, and you give yourself the freedom to move forward. Taking responsibility also creates a sense of freedom. When you stop blaming others and take full ownership of your life, you remove the limits that others have imposed on you. You stop waiting for permission to live the life you want. You stop believing the stories that other people have told you about what you can or can't do. You create your own story, and you are in charge of how it unfolds. The moment you take responsibility for your life, you become truly free. In the end, taking responsibility is the key to living a life of power and purpose. It is the difference between being a passive spectator and an active creator of your life. By taking responsibility for your actions, your attitude, your success, and your future, you align yourself with the force that shapes the world. You realize that you are in control, and that every moment is an opportunity to make a choice that will move you closer to the life you want to create. The habit of taking responsibility is the first step in becoming the person you were always meant to be.